Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sportskeeda's IPL series Power Play. I'm your host Prasen Magal, and along with me is our cricket expert Indraneel Basu. Two very important clashes coming up today. First of all, the Kings 11 Punjab will be playing against the Chennai Super Kings, and the second match of the evening will be the Rajasthan Royals facing off against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Equation is pretty simple for the Kings 11 Punjab: win or bust. CSK, on the other hand, have no hopes of making the playoffs. Rajasthan Royals and KKR battling for that one spot in the playoffs, which will obviously depend on the other team results. But we will be bringing you the playing 11 updates, the toss updates, and the fantasy tips. But just before we head into the toss and the playing 11s of the first match, Indraneel, how important is it for the Kings 11 Punjab to forget the loss that they faced against the Rajasthan Royals and pick up a win today?
Oh, they have nothing else on their way. They have to win this game. The back is against the wall. If had they won the last game, things would have been a little less pressure for Kings 11. But they have done well. They have to just think about those 5 games they won in a row and move ahead and ensure that CSK don't behave like party poppers. They just don't come and spoil the party of the Kings. They can only hope that. But it's a very important game. A toss is going to be an important factor. I think the toss is already done, Prasen, as we speak, right?
Yeah, CSK won the toss and have chosen to field. Trend is clearly changing towards the business stages.
Yeah, they all want to know the target. And I often wonder what CSK was doing when they saw Rituraj Gaikwad in the nets. Why didn't they opt for an opener like him in the earlier stages? Someone who's got 2 back-to-back Man of the Match awards, if I'm not mistaken, right, Prasen? Is he? Yeah. What was CSK doing? And having a talent spotter like MS Dhoni sitting in the team, and he couldn't spot that talent. Rituraj Gaikwad, what a player! What a brilliant player! What a sweet timer of the ball. I can't get over that shot he played against Varun Chakravarti in that game against KKR. That it was just a swing of the bat and just showed the full face of the bat to the bowler. It went flying. The ball went flying into the over the boundary. It was such a pleasant sight. What a great technique he's got. Great timer of the ball. So I hope Rituraj doesn't he doesn't do a hat trick and spoil all the hope Kings 11 have today of reaching the playoff stages of the IPL. They've done well. They deserve to be there. But on this day, it's a knockout game. More or less, it's a knockout game for Kings 11. If they do well, they can fancy their chances of playing in that top 4. It all depends also again on the run rate and things like that. But overall, it's going to be one hell of an encounter for sure. There's no two ways about it. Kings 11 versus CSK.
Yeah, absolutely. And how important is it for Kings 11 to actually pick up a win here? We're still waiting on the playing 11s, but Kings 11 batting first. A lot has hinged on their batting. Chennai Super Kings, on the other hand, they've made quite a few changes. Last game we saw 3 changes, and how important will it be for them to put up a very big score, and what score will be good enough to restrict CSK?
Look, they are not under any pressure, CSKs. They are just going out there. They're playing for pride. They have no such expectation. They're playing for their pride. They want to give back to MS Dhoni for what he's done over the years. For CSK, this is the first time they're not playing the playoff. So there is a lot of good thoughts. There's a lot of good memories getting into this game. Last game, we don't know what MS Dhoni will play again for Chennai Super King or not. There's sort of sentiment attached to this game, and I'm sure CSK players will be up with that. They would love to face this challenge and give him a sort of parting gift, if at all. I don't see Dhoni playing again because he's not able to do that kind of smart captaincy what he used to do before. He's not able to score those runs and continue to be the best finisher of the game. We've also seen him dropping catches, which is an unusual sight for MS Dhoni dropping catches. He's taken a couple of them which were really brilliant. He's thrown his body all over the place, all over the ground. But yeah, this is how cricket is. Today they have nothing to lose, so that's make the challenge a little stiffer for Kings 11 Punjab, because they have to just go there with a positive intent, put up that score, which is it's been played in Abu Dhabi, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're playing in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, so put up a score of 170, 180 like they did last time, and they batted against RR, and they didn't bowl well thereafter. There's a due factor also, which could have taken place if it was an evening game. It's an afternoon game. It's a good toss to lose also. If I would be KL Rahul, I would be telling myself, just go out there, express yourself, and just keep your finger crossed that Chris Gayle would fire one final time to ensure they're just crossed over to that last four stages, which is so important. So, put up a good score. Anything below 180, anything above 180 would be a good competitive score to, push the CSK to the edge of the cliff, which is very important. You have to put that pressure. You have to score those runs and go with a free mind. Have a steady start, have a rousing start, build that foundation. Don't lose wickets in first 6 overs, and the game could be yours.
Yeah, absolutely. And two important changes for Kings 11. They've found a way to drop Glenn Maxwell finally after 13 matches. Glenn Maxwell sits out and Jimmy Neesham comes back into the side. Arshdeep Singh sits out, and unfortunately for him, he can't make the squad. But Mayank Agarwal is back for the Kings 11 Punjab. And Chennai Super Kings also have made interesting changes. Imran Tahir is back in the side. They've got Jagadisan also back in the side. I mean, Jagadisan was their last game. But obviously they've made some very, very important changes. Let's just go through the fantasy side for the first match. I think a lot of interesting names will be popping up, but just want your thoughts on that as well. What do you feel about this side?
Of course, KL Rahul is your captain. There's no two ways about it. He's done well for himself. He's the highest scorer in the competition, and no prizes for guessing it right. MS Dhoni, the vice captain. Nicholas Puran has been very consistent. The way he's been hitting the ball, coming at number 4 position, and he's doing it very regularly. He creates that aura whenever he steps in. He steps in with a lot of authority. He hits the ball. Mandeep Singh has also done well. He's one of the big pillars. When Mayank wasn't playing, he opened the innings with KL Rahul. Did well in one of the games. Christopher Gayle, what words would I say? I mean, he's a champion. He's a universe boss. He's showing it in every game. He's power packed. He's still strong. Still going strong at 41. He's very good. Rituraj Gaikwad is, of course, a very special talent. He's someone who's got he's very sweet timer of the ball. He's got a very bright future. He's there in our Ambavati Wright, who's another cricketer who's been scoring. He can score. He's been around for a long time. He's got that experience and he uses it very, very well. Sam Curran has been very, very consistent with his all-round skills. He can bowl the ball, can move the ball at will in either ways, and also been quite handy with the bat. Ravi Bishop has burst into the senior league with a lot of authority. Again, he's someone who was a junior cricketer before this tournament, but he will take a lot of pride the way he's performed. Mohammad Shami again has not been the best in terms of conceding runs, but in terms of putting a full stop to the runs here. But he's been conceding too many runs here. But he's taking those wickets. He can bowl those Yorkers. We saw that in that super over against the Mumbai Indians. In one of the first super over, he was brilliant the way he bowled in that super over. And Deepak Chahar, of course, is doing well. Leg spinners are doing well in this tournament, and especially this version of the tournament. Leg spinners and fast bowlers have really come to the party, and Deepak Chahar is no surprise. He's there on our Dream 11.
Yeah, absolutely. A power packed unit. KL Rahul, obviously, last 4 matches, he hasn't got a half century. He came close against in the last game as the Royals, but didn't make it. And I think all of us want Dhoni to go big, and he hasn't been great, but probably finishing off with the bang. But just quickly, your prediction on where this match is heading. Do you feel Kings 11 will manage to go across the line, or will CSK finish off with a hurrah?
I think Kings will be they will go over the line. I have a feeling, because this is the game we have really boosted their batting. Mandeep is also there. He's not dropped, right? Mandeep is there. Mayank is there. So there's a lot of luxury in that middle order. And you can really go hammer and tongs, and if you just need to go slow, and they paced their innings well. If you see the last game also, where they scored 185 against sort of quality attack, when you have a bowler like Jofra Archer charging in and charging in with so much of speed and he was really quick in that game. And I remember the way he was bowling and the way they could manage to fend him off. So this is going to be another interesting tussle. And Kings are rightly, they won they've lost the toss, but they're fortunately batting. They should make most of it. And the fact that you have a deep batting, use it to the best of your ability.
Yeah, absolutely. Very simple equation for Kings 11. They need to win and to stay in contention for a spot in the playoffs. But two more teams which are playing in a knockout match even before the knockout stages, Rajasthan Royals and Kolkata Knight Riders, in a match that will see the loser bow out of IPL. What are your thoughts on that match? Because you have mentioned, KKR haven't looked exactly, they haven't played to their promise. Rajasthan Royals, on the other hand, are doing well in the recent matches. So, is it clear that you'd probably back Rajasthan to cross the line today?
Absolutely, and the way Ben Stokes has carried himself, he's a man clearly on a mission, and the mission is to make sure they do well. They have done badly in a few games. They could have won. They have lost games from winning position, but this is part of the game. You just have to move on, and they have moved on very convincingly, like the way Kings 11 did. But the decision of dropping Dinesh Karthik as a captain after 7 games, 4 wins and 3 losses. That is still hurting KKR. I'm sure about it. I'm the one who actually said on our shows that KKR is going to really get hurt because of this knee-jerk reaction of dropping and changing their captain and giving to Morgan. Morgan is not a bad captain. He's a World Cup winning captain. Let's not make that mistake. But they should have done that right at the beginning of the season. There's been a lot of concern the way they've handled Mavi. They've handled some of the other bowlers like Kuldeep Yadav, and there's surely lack of confidence. 2 performers I've always mentioned have come out of this KKR camp. One is, of course, Mr. I keep forgetting his name. The opener, Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill is one guy who's done really well, and Varun Chakraborty. These are the 2 outstanding performers for KKR. Russell has been dropped. He's also been handled quite badly. So how do you manage, how do you judge a team, a good team, when there is a crisis, when the chips are down, how you handle your players? And KKR, they have been really bad at it, and they've really crushed the confidence of some of the players like Kuldeep Yadav. I wonder how Kuldeep will be bowling in Test matches and ODI matches for India when he goes to Australia. He's a very, very smart kid. He's done well for India. You haven't treated well. Well, he was going for runs. Bowlers are meant to go for runs, isn't it? I mean, you're supposed to, you can't shield them. I mean, if Washington Sundar was bowling so well, and he's also going for runs. This is how it is. You have to be ready to get hit. If you can't take your blows, don't play cricket. Stay at home. As promoters, you should promote that cause, that you have to be, you have more bad days than good days. How you back your players on your bad days will ensure you good days. KKR hasn't done that. KKR management hasn't done that. So that's why I don't have much of hope, which Rajasthan Royals have. You say Shane Warne came on our show, he was still smiling, we're joking around. This is how it should make it very light. It should not make it so professional. This is fun. This is sport. This is cricket. This is not something you jump around and try judging people. You can't take a catch to your bat fielder. It doesn't work like that. Rajasthan Royals have really qualified, tick that boxes. They have lost games from winning position, but this is how it is. Present. Back your place.
Yeah, absolutely. And KKR obviously haven't backed all of their players. They've had constant chopping and changing and merry-go-round in that unit. But let's see if there's a certain merry-go-round in your fantasy side for today. Please do run us through the fantasy side that you've picked.
Josh Butler is done real adjustments. He's come down the order. That's a great thing he has done for his team, for himself. Smith, of course, is the captain. He played a brilliant knock against the Kings 11 other night. Shubman Gill, I sorry I missed his name initially. I was discussing, is the find of the season. He's definitely going to go all the way. He's going to be the next superstar. Rahul Tripathi has showed a lot of character. He can hit the ball. He loves scoring. He loves being there. He's a very, very down-to-earth cricketer. Loves doing well for his team. Nitish Rana has been quite a revelation. Another name I missed out. I'm sorry, Nitish Rana. He's been doing very consistently. Has He's been instrumental in winning few games for KKR. He's been a top performer, opening the innings with Shubman Gill, adding that sort of left-right combination. That's why he's there on our team. Rahul Tewatia, I mean, what can I say about him? He's a champion of an all-rounder. I'm surprised he's not there in the Indian team. He's doing well. He's won matches for Rajasthan Royals, and that's why we put him on our 11, best 11. Ben Stokes is always there in any 11 we come across. Whenever there is a team and Ben Stokes is there, he'll be there as a captain. There's no surprises. Sunil Narine has changed his action, looking a little different. Still the Narine we know, he's always trying to do something, get those wickets. He's got good perches because it's very tough to read his googlies with the white ball, because the white ball doesn't have a seam. It skips a lot. He's always a performer, and he can really surprise the opponent with his bat, with his batting skills, with his hitting abilities. He's a great induction. I mean, he's been around for KKR and done well for KKR over the years. Jofra Archer, best bowler right now in world cricket, easily. I mean, I would not, and so consistent with his line and length, very immaculate, done well, showing every game is getting better. In every game, we see Jofra Archer doing the same thing. In fact, not getting better, he's just doing the same thing every game. And that is to take wickets, those initial wickets. He's done it so consistently. He's the man, he's the bowler of the competition along with Jasprit Bumrah. Then we have Varun Chakravarti, duly rewarded for a very, very consistent show in the Indian team, in the Indian T20 team, in place of Kuldeep Yadav. The fact that he's been given the sort of preferential treatment ahead of Kuldeep Yadav shows that he's really good also, but it doesn't mean Kuldeep is bad. Pat Cummings has been bought at a very premier auction. Is premier cost at the auction. He's a great cricketer again. All charged up for the Indian series, and this is one last time he would love to go out there and prove his worth that he's the real strike bowler for Australia. This is our team, the dream team we have today for the second match in the evening. Super Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben Stokes, rightly the captain. You know, he's looked phenomenal. He's coming into the game on the back of a man of the match performance. So thank you so much for the team. I think it looks phenomenal, and we can pretty much hope for a cracker of a contest. But just quickly on that note, can you, I mean, what are your predictions for this game? Because both teams need to win, otherwise they're out of the competition.
Rajasthan Kings 11 should win. You know, I would definitely back Rajasthan and Kings to win top 4. That will make the and Mumbai. I don't know who's going to be the fourth or the second team or the third team. But definitely it'll add so much spice to the competition. Kings 11 and C. We know it's become predictable with the Delhi Capitals and RCB. They're not able to give us that kind of excitement. You play cricket and give the excitement, put the fans to the edge of the seat, which Shane Warne told us on our SK Live interaction that Royals can do it. So I'll back Royals and Kings to be in that top 4 along with Mumbai. And the fourth team could be, I would love to have them. That is, they have done well, and they have done well towards the fag end. They have been little inconsistent like the other teams is Sunrisers, but we never know. But it looks like one of either DC or RCB, one of them definitely going to make it after tomorrow's match, as you all know, because they're sitting on a very steady position. But the fight right now tonight is going to be for the 3rd and 4th spot, and all the best to Kings 11 and Rajasthan Royals. They're really going to make a lot of difference if they qualify. They'll add a lot of value to the team, to the competition in the playoff stages. We don't want a team like a KKR going there and losing and getting knocked out in the first game, in the second qualifier. We don't want that kind of a team out of first qualifier. We want a team which has it's the second qualifier. We want someone who's good, who can give that competition. We can add a lot of element of fun to the fans who are watching these matches on television sets. And second thing is it's the amazing response people are getting, even on Hotstar and all that. Close to 40 lakhs people watching these live matches. It shows how popular IPL is, how every year this brand has delivered, and so has these teams. And my pick, Prasen, I would love to see, because I've covered cricket, I've been around with the game for 30 years. I can tell you one thing: these 4 teams will really make the competition really good. One is, of course, the winner between Delhi Capitals and Rajasthan and Royal Challengers. One of them will go in top 4, along with Mumbai Indians. And 2 teams I would love to see them playing the playoff stages. That is Kings 11 and RR. That will add a lot of spice to the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. But everything hinges on this win from the Kingsland Punjab. If they don't win, That just means that RR
Mumbai.
and DC both have a chance to qualify, even if they don't win, depending on the outcome of the Sunrisers Mumbai match, which is on November 3rd, as well as today's Rajasthan versus Kolkata Knight Riders match. But thank you so much for all your observations and
We haven't seen an IPL as close as what we're seeing this
yeah,
season. We've never seen it like that.
absolutely. It's a fantastic season. It's coming down all the way till the final league stage match almost. And we're all awaiting some fantastic action. But thank you so much, Indranil, for all of your observations and inputs.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll all have a super Sunday. And viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Do join us tomorrow morning at 11:30 as we discuss the review of today's doubleheader and we preview the match between the Royal Challengers Bangalore and the Delhi Capitals. Thank you so much. See you and have a great Sunday.
See you. Enjoy the Super Sunday.